My first musical memory is playing with my dad's 8-track player when I was a little girl. He had these pink 8-tracks. They had Bing Crosby on them. And I just remember them being really, because they were from another time. I just remember them being really amazing to me. And I loved that kind of music from, like, I guess the 40s or 30s it would be. And I liked recording the radio with cassette tapes. I would put them in the radio and record my favorite songs, so I had them. So yeah, that would be it. Working with Burt Bacharach was really an honor, in the true sense of the word, because I think sometimes people use that word loosely, but really, he's a legend, and you can't refute that. You know, he's written songs that literally everyone on the planet knows, and it, like, so many songs that you don't even realize he wrote, and then you hear it and you're like, he wrote that one too, wow. You know, and he's 88, I think, and still performing. He's still writing. He's still, you know, exercises for 2 hours every morning. Travels the world touring. I mean, like, it's insane. It's really crazy, and he's still a perfectionist, which I think is really cool as well, and really inspiring, because you think, like, so many people get older and they're just kind of like, meh, whatever, it's fine, you know. But he really, like, still wants everything to be quality and amazing. So that's been really inspiring, and I just feel really lucky to have gotten to meet him and work with somebody, you know, that really, I mean, his heyday was like the 60s, 70s, you know, and that's like one of my favorite eras, so really cool. My music changed me in that it helped me see the connectedness and humanity in the world. When you write a song that feels really personal to you, and you think it's an experience only you've ever had, and then you play a show and sing that song, and afterwards a girl comes up to you crying hysterically and, like, can't even look me in my eye but has to meet me still and says that song was my life or whatever, that's, like, really, really, really powerful, because it makes you feel less alone, as in, like, I'm like, wow, like, I'm not the only one that feels like these weird things sometimes, but also, like, you know, it means that other people are more alone, and I feel like that's kind of a greater purpose to music, you know, because it could be just be like, oh, let's go have fun, dance around, but, you know, when it's like an emotional thing, I think that kind of hits a different nerve or something, you know, so, yeah, that's really special. I think the recipe for success would really just be happy, and to remember that. I think it's more of an inner journey than an outward one. So many people think, oh, if I get this, I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy. If I make this much money, I'll be happy. If I go here, I'll be happy. But it doesn't work that way, because it's really just inside of you. You know, if there's something you really, really want, of course you should, like, go for it. Whatever. But I think at the end of the day, you have to remember, like, your inside and your groundedness, and to always be happy, because it's the most important thing. My dream collaboration would be Jack White. I love him, and I feel like he's kind of one of the only really, really rock and roll people left, like, in kind of like a younger generation anyway. I mean, like, I went and saw the Stones play like 3 years ago at Glastonbury, and they're still doing it, you know what I mean? But I feel like he's kind of the same thing for me. He's rock and roll, and I think that's amazing. And I also really love Chris Martin, and I know they're really different, and I like them for different reasons. But I'd love to do something with Coldplay as well. That'd be really cool. Apart from music, my hobbies are, I really like to exercise, so like jogging or yoga. And, you know, I don't do it necessarily to, like, be in shape, but I do it because it's, like, really therapeutic for me and kind of gets my energy out. I like to write in my journal. I like to watch TV shows like Orange is the New Black or Dexter. I watch a lot, or Peaky Blinders was really good. I'm trying to think what else I like to do. I like to paint. I've been getting into finger painting because I don't know actually how to paint, so I just make it up and whatever. I would say the best thing about performing live would be the connection with the audience, and seeing people be really happy and just having a good time. And also, like, that same thing of afterwards, if people come up to you and they say, oh, that song, like, that's my life or whatever, just that connection I think is really really neat. And also it's really cool, you know, I write songs in my bedroom or I write them in a studio, and then for me to see them affect people and kind of have the effect I always thought maybe it would, from like a kind of craft songwriter kind of thing point of view. That's really cool. Yeah. I am absolutely not a morning person. I really like the evening. That's when I feel the most inspired. And it takes me a really long time to wake up. So, no to morning. I don't like morning. But when I do wake up in the morning, I do like it. It's just the waking up part I don't like. New York versus London, I think, is kind of a unfair question for me because I'm from New York, so I love New York, and I live in London. I've chosen to live in London, and I love London. It's like my second home, so I say they're tie. My new favorite festival is Sziget. I've never been here, and I'm not saying that just because I'm here, but literally it's been, I've been to like Glastonbury and Coachella and all those, but I think that this one truly is really special. And yeah, I just feel really privileged to be here, and I think if you haven't been to Sziget, you should come. It's really cool. What's next for me? My album's coming out January 20th. It's called Only in My Mind. I've been working on it for a while. It's produced by Danton Supple, who did Rush of Blood to oh my god, Rush of Blood to the Head, and X and Y for Coldplay. He also did like Morrissey and U2. So that's really exciting, and my debut album, so pretty crazy. And I'm just doing some, you know, headline shows around like Berlin, London, a couple more festivals. That's about it.